What is going on, everybody? I am back with another video. First off, sorry for not uploading this week, or a lot this week at least. A lot of stuff been crazy with school coming back, football, all of that. But it's Friday, and I'm here to tell you why I believe Michigan is going to make it look easy versus Washington in the national championship game, and why this is the most confident I've been in making a prediction, besides for maybe the Georgia TCU game last year. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be explaining why I believe Michigan ain't just going to beat, but why they're going to make it look easy versus Washington. So let's get right into it. Now, to start off, we'll start with the simple defense. Washington's defense has not been good this year. I have the stats pull up here, and it's mainly their passing defense. Their run defense ain't nearly as bad, but their passing defense really is. They allow 24 points a game, which is ranked 49th among all college football teams. That is not ideal when you're facing this Michigan Wolverine offense that has been averaging 36 points per game. Two, they're allowing 404 yards per game this season. That is 88th in college football. And meanwhile, for Michigan, they average basically 379 yards per game. So that's not ideal for Washington, because if you can't stop the Michigan offense and you give up 35 points, you're probably not going to win. But another big thing for Washington is their like I said, their pass defense. Their pass defense is among the worst, not just in the Pac-12, not just for any college football team or team in the top 25, but their pass defense is among some of the worst in college football. They 57.30% of the time when the team throws the football on Washington, it is caught. That is 131st ranked. They are 131st ranked in that category, or ranked 131st, sorry. They allow a average completion percentage of 59.40%, which ain't downright terrible. What is downright terrible is them allowing 267 yards per game. Put that in perspective, out of every single team in college football, Washington ranks 121st in that category, which is really bad when you consider that Michigan averages 219 yards per game, which I know may not sound like a lot, but remember, they've been doing that against top-of-the-top competition. So when they face a pretty bad defense like Washington, I think Washington's really going to struggle with that. And I think another thing, too, is Washington's running attack. Washington is very pass-heavy. They only average about 123 yards per game, which ain't terrible, but that does rank them at 100th out of every college football team, so they are below average there. They are also average on yards per run at 4.4, so they're not terrible, but they are not great at running the football. Dylan Johnson, a matter of fact, only averaged about 2.1 yards per carry in their game versus Texas. He had like 21 carries for 49 yards, or it may have been like 42 yards and 2 TDs. That is not ideal, especially since they're probably going to need to hit on all cylinders, because this Michigan defense, which we're about to get into, is an absolute monster. So let's look at them real quick. Michigan's defense, they rank number 1 in points per game. And by 1, I mean they allow the least amount of points per game out of any college football team at just 10. They allow the least amount of yards per game at 244. And and they only allow a 30.22% third down conversion percentage, which is bad for Washington because they actually depend pretty heavily on getting those third downs, as they have a 46.5% third down conversion rate, and if they don't get those third downs, that's going to be some trouble for them. Another thing too in Michigan, when it comes to their pass defense, they have been locked down. They only allow about a 55.65% completion percentage. That is 11th in all of college football. They only allow 150 yards per game passing. There is only one other team in all of college football that allows, or that was in all of college football this season, that allowed less passing yards per game than the Michigan Wolverines defense. They've also been an absolute monster when it comes to getting sacks, as they have the sixth best sack percentage in the league, or in college football, I should say, when you compare that to Washington, who rank 130th in sack percentage. That is not ideal. And then we look at the offenses here, because I do see one way, only one way, where Washington can win this game, and that one way is Michael Penix Jr., because passing-wise, Washington has been one of the better teams in college football. Michael Penix has obviously led the way with 4,648 passing yards, 35 passing TDs, and 9 picks. He's been an absolute beast this season for them. And their wide receiver, potential first-round pick, Rome Odunze, hopefully I pronounced that right, he's been a beast too, with 1,553 receiving yards. So the one way I can see Washington winning this game is if Michael Penix goes for about 400 yards and 4 or 5 TDs with no picks. If Michael Penix can do that, I do think there is a chance Washington wins this game. But besides for that, I just think Michigan is going to have a field day, because like I said, this is the best defense Washington has faced off against all year. Because like I said, Michigan in a lot of categories either rank 1 or 2 in all of college football, which is not ideal for a Washington team who running game, although has been okay, I don't think can compete with the best of the best. It certainly couldn't against Texas. And offensively, Michigan, I think they're going to have a field day. Now, when you look at Michigan's offense, this is I would say, below average Washington defense going up against a Washington offense a Michigan offense that averages 36 points per game, about 380 yards, which is about average. And I think most importantly has maybe the best running attack in college football. Blake Corum is just frankly amazing, both running and receiving. He has 1,111 rushing yards and 25 touchdowns. And Washington's defense, although has been a little bit better against the run compared to the pass, they've still not been great against the run either. They allow 137 rushing yards and 4.4 yards per carry. So they're slightly above average in rush yards per game and slightly below average when it comes to average yards per rush, which is just frankly not going to be good enough against Blake Corum, who is arguably the best running back in college football. And yeah, I just think overall Washington's defense is going to struggle, and frankly I don't know if Washington can survive Michigan, because I think they're going to be playing behind most of the game. Because like I said, I think Michigan is going to have a field day through the air with Washington. I think they're going to absolutely suffocate them on the ground, And frankly, my final score prediction for this game, 38-24, I got Michigan winning. Because like I said, I just think this Washington defense is just frankly not good enough to compete with Michigan. And I don't know if Michael Penix Jr. is going to be able to handle what has been, statistically at least, and in my opinion, just overall, the best defense in college football. So, like I said, my final score prediction for the game is 34 Michigan, 24 Washington. I think Michigan is going to make it look easy against Washington. Because I know 10 points ain't like a big blowout, but I think Michigan could go out to like a 17-point lead in this game. And it could be more than that. But anyway, yes, that is my prediction. And by the way, I just want to say I have nothing against Washington. Okay, I love Michael Penix. I think he's a top 5 QB prospect in this year's draft. I think he has the potential to be great at the NFL level. But like I said, I just think him and his offense is going to be playing catch-up with this Michigan team because, like I said, I think Michigan as a whole, but especially on offense, is going to take this Washington team and especially that defense to school and just kind of suffocate them. Like I said, and I think they're going to take advantage of Washington's terrible secondary, no offense to them. And like I said, I think Blake Corum's going to have a field day with what's been a average at best run defense. So yeah, another prediction I have, I think Blake Corum's going to go for over 100 yards. I say he has about 110 rushing yards and 2 rushing TDs. And I also am going to say that J.J. McCarthy's going to have about 230 yards and 2 TDs with no picks. Because, like I said, I just think those two especially are going to have a field day with this Washington defense. And they're going to make it look easy. But that is just my prediction. Once I get comments turned on for this video, because YouTube is dumb, you'll let me know in the comments, because I know, like I said, this is a bit of a hot take, but like I said, in my opinion, man, I just think Michigan's the best team in college football this season. They've been the most well-rounded. You know, they got a great offense going up against a below-average Washington defense, and although Washington has one of the better, if not, you could argue maybe the best passing attack in college football, they're going up against the best defense they faced all season, and probably the best defense in college football, period, in Michigan. And I think that's just all going to be too much, and Michigan's going to get the job done. But like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications. And yeah, like I said, I've never been more confident in prediction. And I will see you all in the next video, guys. May live stream, may not. We'll see. But yeah, I love y'all. Peace out. Stay safe. And yeah, bye, guys.